Now, since we're still technically in the summer, we do crave our aquatic fragrances, our citrus fragrances, and here is one by Mancera that surprisingly I never reviewed before. This one came out in 2014. This one is called Lemon Lime. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this lemon-based fragrance that actually has a lot more to it than the citrus, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's video and I tell you all about Lemon Lime by Mancera and its combination of lemon and lavender and a little bit of geranium, oak moss, and musk, and actually a lot of other classy, sophisticated, gentlemanly ingredients, I do want to start things off by mentioning that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit that bell icon so you could be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you took something of value from today's episode. So again, for a fragrance that came out 8 years ago, really impressed with the quality of this fragrance. Of course, there's a little bit of lemon and orange in the opening, and with a name like Lemon Lime, you expect this Pierre Montal composition to be a lemon-heavy fragrance, and that actually it is. There's a whole lot of lemon in here, but once you give this fragrance about 10-15 minutes to really settle down on your skin, a lot of the other classy ingredients in the heart and in the base really start to come out, and it is through those ingredients that I was able to make comparisons to some other fragrances that I've tried. In any case, I'm excited to talk to you about the smell, but I do want to mention that if you're interested in purchasing this fragrance, you may do so at fragrancebuy.ca. I checked and I saw that they have a really good price on it at the moment. I'm going to leave all of the information down below. Not affiliate links. I don't make money from you clicking on that link and making a purchase, but they do currently have it for a really, really good price. Definitely take advantage of the deal if you're a fan of lemon fragrances and if this is one that you've been wanting to pick up for a while. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the presentation. So the opening of this fragrance has, as the name implies, a lot of lemon. It opens up very juicy, very fresh, and of course you have that acidic quality from the lemon that you also get from grapefruit and some other tart citrus ingredients. Usually orange is a little bit warmer and yuzu is a little bit on the quirky side of things, and neroli is very bright, petitgrain can be kind of woodsy, but the lemon in here is undeniable. There's definitely lemon in here, but there is also a touch of amber, a touch of orange, so there are some other ingredients in here that lend it just a tiny bit of a sweetness. But you do have a lot of other classy ingredients in here, and I'm talking about the lavender, the oak moss. So it opens up very bright and refined with the lemon and the citrus, but once you give it 10-15 minutes to dry down, the lavender starts to come through, and it's not overly strong. And you know, a lot of people might make that association between lavender and oak moss with men's fragrances. Actually, this one is completely unisex. It's very bright, very heavy-handed on the citrus. So if you're looking for a citrusy fragrance to kind of solidify that refreshment that you seek, I think Lemon Lime is a great fragrance for that. However, if you give it a chance to dry down, it does smell like a much more citrusy version of Scandal by Roja Parfum. It smells like a citrusy version of Eau Sauvage by Christian Dior, the classic, and it kind of does remind me a little bit of Nicolai's New York Intense. So it kind of has that bright, citrusy, clean lavender, oak moss, lemony quality, but with an overabundance of lemon. And I think it's that, you know, heavy-handed lemon opening that allows people to compare it to fragrances like Aqua Viva by Parfumum Roma. And there's also, you know, Eau d'Adrienne by Annick Goutal. There's so many like lemon-heavy fragrances, and this one is no exception. You know, I sprayed this on about 15 minutes ago. I'm still getting an overdose of lemon from it, but some of the other classier ingredients like the lavender are starting to come through. And I think this is a great fragrance if you want to smell sophisticated, if you want to smell very classy, very well put together, but you want that overdose of citrus. check out Lemon Lime by Mancera. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, definitely a unique fragrance. I did make comparisons to a bunch of other fragrances, but like I said, this one has so much more of the lemon going on in here, and that really does become the main player in this composition. Overall smell, very pleasant. It definitely gives off kind of like a professional vibe, so just keep that in mind. Not as casual as I would have imagined. Longevity on this one is about 7 hours. Projection is great for the first hour and a half of application, radiated way beyond an arm's length. It didn't start to become a skin scent, however, until about that 7 to 8 hour mark. So the performance for this one is pretty good in terms of what you would expect from a Mancera. Mancera fragrances have amazing performance, as do Montal fragrances. Versatility on this one was also very good, totally unisex. Some people might argue that because of the oak moss and the lavender, it might lean a little bit masculine, but I disagree. I think it's perfectly unisex in my opinion. I think this is great for the hotter weather, and I think this is a formal occasion type of a fragrance. There's so many other great fragrances that you can wear casually in place of lemon lime that also do very well for the summertime. And so I would say just look around and you'll find some others, but this is definitely great for formal occasions. And I think this will appeal to anybody of any age. I think from a very young age, we become fond of the smell of citrus, at least I did. And the presentation for this one, I do have the smaller bottle. This one is the 2-ounce bottle. Normally in my videos, I review the larger size, but I also really like the presentation of this. And of course, you have the magnetic cap. My final verdict is, if you're a fan of citrus fragrances, but a citrus to be worn formally in the hotter weather with some other refined touches of lavender and oak moss, check out this fragrance from 2014. Definitely one that has the potential of flying under the radar, but I think it deserves a lot more attention than it's gotten. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the review. Also, once again, fragrancebuy.ca currently does have it for a really good price. Check them out if you have the opportunity to do so. Also, if you enjoyed this review or if you took something of value from today's episode, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload these daily videos to YouTube. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.